Ah, hello there. I see you're wanting to master Action 52. This time, Illuminator. And I will warn you right now, it will take some patience and some RNG, or luck, for you to get through this one. It is not overly complicated, at least, as I'm discovering some future ones are. But at the very least, I could very easily get you through this one before you start pulling out all your hairs. Or at the very least, I recommend you grab yourself one of your potions or concoctions that will increase your fortitude and patience so you will not have any problem with today's venture into the game called Illuminator. Yeah. Okay, first things, make sure you turn on the challenge indicators and the achievement options on RetroArch. You will find this extremely valuable in your attempts to get this achievement, because know when to move on and make your move. And here in the first level is probably the only level that you will want to actually move with as fast as possible to keep always have vision for as long as you can. And if you do not feel safe going to the next level, make sure you wait till you see the enemy move in front of the ladder before you make your move. And this one should be done easy peasy. Level 2, new enemies show up. They're a bit faster than everything else. And actually, they get faster every level you get further on. But hopefully this won't be too much of a problem no matter what if you do this right. Because if you notice on this level, there are no walls to prevent you from going to the edge of the screen where you're absolutely safe being. So take full advantage of that and pretty much park it there. This level can only spawn 3 enemies at a time, and all you have to do is pretty much just wait in the bottom 2 and kill the enemy as they spawn. And always play it safe here, simply because you cannot tell where they are until they are in front of the ladder. And as you can see, sometimes they actually just get stuck and stay in place, which makes you really paranoid because you're waiting for the enemy and then you're gonna move down, and then they come in front of the ladder just as you come down and you lose, and it's frustrating. It happens here on this twice, as you can see. Alright, this one is the first level where there's 4 enemies that spawn at once, and you want to make a mad dash to the top of the screen since you have walls here and cannot hide at the edge of the screen. And here's where the challenge indicator becomes a really good thing, because you can see when the 4th one spawns. Sometimes they spawn fast enough for the enemy indicator to not even go down to 3, so you have to just wait patiently. And thankfully on the top rung there's 2 ladders in case one of them gets stuck and spawns in front of the ladder. You just have to go to the other ladder, and if you want, you're gonna have to fire your projectile to see where you're standing so you can figure out how to get to the other ladder, so you can get to it a lot easier. This level isn't too bad. It's just hopefully they don't spawn on top of you on your way to climb to the top, and then it's just a matter of waiting until you kill all of the enemies on the top floor safely. They can spawn on the other side where the ladders aren't as well, which also leads to a little bit of the paranoia because they don't reach the ladders. But considering how fast they move, you'll know if they're going to be at the ladders or not. But sometimes the spawn is delayed, so always wait and make sure you're safe to go. Probably be a good idea to actually keep track of the number down at the bottom and see how many enemies are there. So at 15 kills on level 4, no, that's level 3, you're safe to climb down from the top and start wiping everything out. I think this is the first level that spawns bats, so never leave the edge of the screen. Yes, there we are, bats. Never leave the edge of the screen till you see 4 enemies and they're not bats. They will spawn, they will hunt you down, and they will get you, ruining your no death run of clearing this game. So you always have to have a level of patience when you're doing this. And then when you see both of them, go ahead and knock both of them out to speed things up a little bit. And maybe if you're lucky, when the bat spawns, you can actually kill it before it gets there if it doesn't spawn all the way at the top. And thankfully, starting this level, you will actually be able to see them in just about anywhere on the screen, making things a lot easier. It looks like number 20 enemies dead is when it's safe to move on to this level. Always make a mad dash for the edge of the screen on these levels. And as you can see, this is one where there are 4 enemy spawns. So you can safely just sit on one floor and just keep killing the enemies here. But also a note, not only is there the annoying spawn delay, but if you send out a projectile, it will stop the enemy from spawning and delay it even further. You only really want to fire safety shots in a position where you're on one of the walled levels and you don't know if the enemies are there and you have to protect yourself pretty much. But right here, as you can see, it's a bit of a strain in patience here, as the enemies are not spawning. And yes, it's about 16 plus before it's safe to move on. So as I've mentioned before, it is a little bit trial of patience to, go through the beating the levels. And once you get to that point, which, as you can see in this level, the enemy has spawned on the only platform with the ladder, and it's not very big. On this one, I suggest you get as closest to the left as possible on this ladder, and then just very quickly just climb and shoot or move. Pick one. Both of them should succeed, but it'd probably be less risky to go left. Now, one thing I have noticed is that you don't have to actually worry about jumping. You move fast enough to get to the other platform without falling, as you can see here, and then you have to figure out how to make it jump, because it's not always reliable when you have to jump, because just like you can't jump while in place, and then when you move and then jump, your jump stops you from moving right till you tap the button again. It is extremely weird, but thankfully you don't have to worry about that. This is one of the maps that only spawns 3 enemies at a time. So, and there are bats in this one, so always hug the edge of the wall and only move when you see the 3rd spawn. See, there's the bat. So always play it safe. In this level, there's these pickups that just spawn, but they do nothing. So don't even worry about it. They do absolutely nothing. So ignore them. Don't try to, go, hey, I can grab that one and go grab it, especially with the bats. On this run, I decided to go ahead and experiment and try to grab it, but nothing was happening. I thought that the achievement for finding the sister or whatever had to do with this level specifically, but no, that is essentially the same as that one is beating the entire game, but you're allowed to die, so you might as well just go for the not dying achievement, which is pretty much your goal here. Now this one is 4 spawns and bats, so again, play it safe here. No, this is 3 enemies with bats. Again, always play it safe. Run, fire from the far ladder and then run immediately. Get close to the edge and then fire. Don't take any chances with the bats. Now this level specifically is the one where you have to pray that you don't get unlucky, because the enemy can spawn that 3rd floor from the bottom. There are 2 spawn points, and if it isn't the far left one, you are screwed, because the enemy does not move far enough away from the right ladder for you to get up there without dying. In the middle one, you... Oh, wait. No, okay. On the 4th level, if he spawns above that ladder, you will not get up there. There's no way of getting up there without dying. So you have to pray for both the top and the second top to not spawn in a spot where you can't where you can't kill them, because they spawn right above the ladder and there's not enough room for you to be able to get up there safely without dying. And then you gotta start all over again. But this is really the only level with that chance, and so you could just easily be able to do it in the first few, get this achievement in the first few tries, especially once you get used to it, and then you'll be successful. After this, they just get really fast. And as you can see, this one spawns 4 per level, and thankfully they can't really... You can do it in a way where you can easily get to up the ladder to shoot them all and everything. Heck, you might not even want to take the chance of killing the one on the room above, just to prevent them from spawning on the ladder, and make it just that extra level of safe. Though it looks like there's enough space that you will be able to take down the enemy even if he does spawn there. But this is going to be a little slow. Hang on, let me... You know, I don't think I can crunch this up. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's speed this thing up a little bit. I've crunched this down so it moves a little bit faster, though it doesn't look like it did any better, but... Oh. Okay, I just ended up skipping it, so... Well, there's that. Alright, so this level... It's another one that spawns in all 4 levels. It does not look... I don't think there are any bats in this one. We'll find out soon enough. But as you can see, the sheer amount of movement speed that these enemies have gotten is gone insanely high. They can outrun the bullets and everything. And hopefully it doesn't have that issue where the enemies and the bullets travel at the right speed, that the bullet can go through the enemy between frames, and you get yourself killed here. So be really careful about that, and just don't take chances if possible, even though it doesn't look like you can. Because look at that one on the 3rd floor. It is doing... it is moving insanely fast, and the ladder is right there in the middle too. So you're going to have to really pick your timing on that one. It looks like you have more space if you move. If he's on the right side, then you go up and take your chances to do so. But other than that, just be patient. Just wait in the bottom and clear everything out. Though I think you could safely do it, killing the both two to speed it up. But this is one of the few times I have actually gotten this far, and so I wasn't going to take any chances. But it looks like you can. It won't be a big deal if you go ahead and go back between the bottom 2 floors to speed things up a little bit. And it looks like there are no bats on this level, so you don't have to worry about them. But of course, when you're at this point and got past level 7, you don't want to take any chances. It looks like at 19 kills, you can start wiping out the rest of the floor. As you can see, I was extremely precautious here, not taking a chance. See, let me see, that wasn't even too bad. And well, bam, to the last level, and look at that movement speed and bats. So it looks like 4 per level, bats, and you can't see where they are except for the ladders. Look at the right one. There's only like a frame on the ladder. That's probably like 7 frames, more than that, and considering its movement speed. That is insane. But You just, again, take it to the last level, be patient, wait extra long here to see, just to make, because there's bats, take no chances whatsoever. You wait like a full minute to see if anything spawns. But as you can see, I'm taking quite a bit of level of patience. I guess I can just cut this level short or speed things up a little bit so you can see the achievement and get it. I think I'll do that. Okay, so I greatly short this down. All you had to do is wait. You need to kill 19 guys before it's safe to move on. Remember, wait till you see the enemy appear from the ladder before you go, and you make sure you time it nicely for the middle one. The other two you can just immediately run to the end and be good. Congrats on the achievement.
And that's everything I have for you for Illuminator. I have no doubt with these tips that you'll have this achievement in no time. Just going to have to get through the luck. Now, if this has been helpful, I would greatly like and subscribe, for I will be trying to create a video for many, many more achievements later on, and hopefully you'll stick around and see myself as I struggle through these achievements, or not, because I'm just that good. Yes, I'm that good. And excuse me while I go grab more ingredients for the potions that help with my ego. Anyways, achieve in life and in game. Adios.